Hello everyone, hello Chelsea fans, welcome back to Chelsea News Today. Updates. Enzo Maresca, eyes Carabao Cup, tie with Lincoln, as Chelsea seek response after Old Trafford setback. Chelsea's journey in the Carabao Cup begins with a potentially tricky third-round tie against Lincoln City at the LNER Stadium, and head coach Enzo Maresca has made it clear that his side must avoid any hint of complacency. Coming off a disappointing defeat at Old Trafford against Manchester United, the Blues are determined to bounce back, and Maresca views this competition as both an opportunity and a challenge. Still in his first season in charge at Stamford Bridge, addressed the media ahead of Tuesday night's clash. His words carried both caution and ambition, reflecting the fine balance Chelsea must strike between giving opportunities to squad players and maintaining a winning mentality across all competitions. Greater than, I embrace it. It's a competition, Maresca said. You have more than one compared to Italy, but it's another competition. Personally, I would prefer to play against a Premier League team rather than a League One team, because these types of games worry me the most. Sometimes you can underestimate, and football is football. It's something we need to avoid and try to do our job, and then switch focus to Saturday's game against Brighton. For Chelsea, the Carabao Cup has often served as more than just a secondary domestic competition. It has historically provided the Blues with silverware during transitional seasons, boosted squad morale, and offered chances for young talents to showcase themselves. From Jose Mourinho's era, when the League Cup was often the first trophy in a successful campaign, to more recent triumphs under Antonio Conte and Maurizio Sarri, Chelsea fans have grown accustomed to taking the competition seriously. This season, the timing of the Carabao Cup could prove particularly significant. With Chelsea engaged on multiple fronts, the Premier League, European competition, and later stages of the FA Cup, having an early chance at knockout football is invaluable. Maresca, who experienced cup competitions in Italy and understands the unforgiving nature of knockout ties, knows that the Carabao Cup could also serve as a statement of intent for his managerial tenure. Maresca did not hide his frustration after the match, admitting that Chelsea still have much to improve if they are to compete consistently at the highest level. But he also stressed the importance of moving forward quickly. In football, you cannot spend too long looking back. We must recover, learn, and focus on the next challenge. Lincoln City, the lower league threat. Maresca's caution about facing lower league opposition is rooted in experience and realism. The Carabao Cup has a long history of upsets, with Premier League giants often undone by spirited lower-tier clubs who thrive in the underdog role. Lincoln City, currently playing in League One, have already shown their capability by progressing through the earlier rounds. They will welcome Chelsea to the LNER Stadium with nothing to lose, and their fans will view this as one of the biggest nights in recent history. Squad rotation and defensive dilemmas. One of the biggest challenges for Maresca heading into this tie lies in squad rotation. With a congested fixture list that includes Premier League clashes and upcoming European games, managing player workload is crucial. The head coach acknowledged this, particularly when discussing the defensive unit. Levi Colwill remains unavailable due to a long-term injury, while Wesley Fofana has only just returned from a lengthy absence and featured against Manchester United. Tosin Adarabioyo and Trevoh Chalobah, meanwhile, have been carrying heavy minutes and may again be I would love to rest Tosin and Chalobah because they deserve to rest, Maresca admitted. The problem is that we have Wes, who is only playing after a long time out. Some of them need to play. Predicted lineups: Chelsea, 4-3-3 expected. Goalkeeper: Philip Jurgensen. Robert Sanchez is suspended for Tuesday's cup tie, but reserve goalkeeper Jurgensen was always going to play anyway. Malo Gusto. Reece James will be preserved for Saturday's clash with Brighton and Hove Albion, with Gusto being rotated into the team here. Tosin Adarabioyo. Chelsea supporters aren't particularly enthused with Tosin, but Maresca currently trusts him more than Wesley Fofana, who's being carefully managed off the back of persistent injury setbacks. Tosin Adarabioyo. Chelsea supporters aren't particularly enthused with Tosin, but Maresca currently trusts him more than Wesley Fofana, who's being carefully managed off the back of persistent injury setbacks. Josh Akiampong. Trevoh Chalobah should earn some respite in midweek, with academy graduate Akiampong likely to make his first start since the opening weekend of the Premier League season. Jorel Hato, the versatile Dutch defender, didn't enjoy himself on his previous start at left-back against Brentford, with Marc Cucurella still the clear first choice. Given the lack of alternatives, Hato will likely start at fullback on Tuesday as opposed to centre-back. Andre Santos. Chelsea have something in Santos, and many supporters are excited to see him in action here after his tidy cameo at Old Trafford. Enzo Fernandez. With Dario Esugo out, Maresca may have to utilise one of his first-choice midfielders in Tuesday's cup tie. Fernandez may be the only player to retain their place from Saturday's defeat. Alejandro Garnacho. The Argentine didn't take to the field against his former club at the weekend, despite recording an assist against Brentford the weekend prior and offering a source of inspiration off the bench in Munich. Facundo Buonanotte. There's no need to take a risk with Cole Palmer, so the door is open for Loni Buonanotte to, like Garnacho, make his first start for the club. Jamie Gittens. Gittens has had a subdued start to his Chelsea career, but this is a great opportunity for the talented winger to shift gears and spark some momentum. Marc Guiu. The returning striker was brought back as mitigation for nights like these, with Maresca bound to utilise the former Barcelona man to ensure João Pedro can properly recover ahead of the weekend. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for next updates.